Okay, folks, we're 6 minutes after the hour. We're going to start our meeting now. I want to welcome everybody. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Stand up here. Okay. Mr. Myers, would you lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jason.
All in order.
Mr. Howell here, Mr. Sigmund here, and I'm here. All right. Any communications? Anybody want to speak or any public comments?
Anybody want to speak?
Anybody sign up?
Nope, there's nobody.
Okay, hearing none. Folks, let's move to the reading of the approval of minutes. We can do these separately if we can and do it quickly. Consideration of the minutes of the special board meeting on Thursday, June 18th.
So moved.
Second. Okay. It's been moved and seconded. Any further questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The next one is the minutes of the regular board meeting on Wednesday, June 24th.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve the minutes of the meeting of June 24th. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Let's move to the last approval of board meetings, the special meeting on July 1, 2026.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Let's jump in right now to the financial items.
Do you want to take care of Scott, who's on the
Is
call?
he on there?
Yep.
All righty. Scott, hello.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
Okay, guys, this is all pay attention. We got Scott on the phone.
Yeah, I don't want to take a lot of your time. We do have a couple of updates for, Despard Hills and Adamston. We had 2 pumps that came in this week. But the bad part about that is that one was for Adamston and one was for Despard. So we're waiting on the other 2, which was supposed to, and these came in earlier than we thought for them being tardy on this. We thought they were going to be with the shipment for July 20th. So we're hoping we'll get the other 2 before July 20th. Who knows with these guys, but they have been fired. We're on our own way to go to Pioneer now for phase 2, and we're just stuck with these Gurnfrosses that we ordered from Germany. And so, but we are still on track. We have everything built and ready to go, including our power room and our control room, our pump room, and the actual tanks are fabricated and done, and they're in the skid. And we're ready to ship this thing once we get the power and we run a water test before we ship out. So here are the dates that we're looking and we're shooting for now. After July 20th, Billy thinks that we can be up there before August 1st, starting on phase 1 to get Despard and Anniston done. And then right after that, we think it will be finished by August 15th on that. And then right after August 15th, we should have everything we need for the clear wells, and we should be done by hopefully September 1 for the clear well. And we'll be done with phase 1. Hopefully we're shooting by the end of August. That's what we want to do. But what we want to do and what the manufacturers of these pumps are giving us, they're 2 separate matters, as you know. And then right after that, and hopefully parallel, because we're a Pioneer now distributor, we're going to order these pumps for phase 2 here over the next week. We'll send you the drawings and everything for that here over the next 7 to 10 days. And then we will go ahead and get everything ordered and ready to come in, and we'll be ready for phase 2 a lot faster than for phase 1. So that's all I got, and we're just as anxious as you guys to get this thing rolling. But that's where we are, and I think Billy sent you a very detailed message on the 25th to you, Jason, explaining this and explaining also the cost of steel. So, or the increase of the cost of steel. So that's where we are. Wish I had a little bit better news, but slowly but surely we're getting there to ship and be ready to install. So we've done everything we can do on the Volcraft side. Now we're just waiting to get equipment to be installed. So, and to that's what I have.
Questions, guys? Chad? Paul?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for the update on that. Any questions, Jason?
No, we'll
Okay.
take care of all the financial stuff when we get to that item. We just
Okay.
wanted to go ahead and address
All
it.
right, we have no questions. Thanks for that report, and want to stay around for the next hour again, but I figure you want to get off the phone and get to work.
Yeah, I
Thanks
got
for-
work to do. Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
thanks, Jason. See
You're
y'all.
welcome, buddy. Have a good day.
All right,
You
let's
too.
move to the financial stuff now.
All right, financial stuff, monthly chemical cost report. This is for month ending June 30th, 2026. And we've got our old buddy Bob back here going to give us a presentation.
Another physical year down the toes. But, everything looks good other than we did, it's over budget by 104,000, but we all know why that is. The extra pumping we did for the project and stuff. Other than that, anybody got any questions?
Guys, any questions? Okay, that's the chemical cost report. He's reflected in the minutes, so let's move on to the vendor history then if we can.
Yeah, vendor history reports, that's for month and year to date ending June 30th, 2026. And Jason Farrell's going to give you a report on that.
You guys have any questions on what you guys gotten in?
That, there's a DEP annual registration fee. Annual, we pay it every year.
Yeah.
Is that going up? You know, what do we get out of that?
Ask Bob. That's a Bob question.
I think
Is
it's,
that the one for the outfall?
it looks, I think it's for the dam.
Yeah, I think it's for
Groundwater protection.
Oh, okay.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's for the dam.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I think they charge a fee for everybody.
That may be for the project.
Something a year.
2,600.
Yeah, that's for the dam.
Is that for
Well,
the
don't
dam?
they do
The
it?
dam registration's only $100.
Well, it says 2,675.
Don't they do inspections every, 3 years or so?
3 years,
whatever?
every 3 years.
Yeah, that's groundwater protection. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, it does say dam annual registration. I don't never remember it being that much.
Yep, it's groundwater protection.
Yeah.
Dam annual registration.
Yeah, they just came last month. It was.
Okay. Everything else looks fine.
Nothing looked really out of order, and we always challenge you if there's something, positive or negative, any kind of variance, we need to know, right?
Yeah, I'll look and see if
Because
it's
there's a
going
lot
up.
of items, can we go through it?
Yeah, double check that one.
Okay.
Make sure it got coded right.
I'm pretty sure it's coded right. It's just, I just gotta look and see. Okay, I'll mark that one here and see if it went up.
This we also pay for registration for our projects, don't we, Doug?
All right, well, we're okay with there's no questions on it, since we get a copy of the report, it'll be attached to the minutes anyway. So let's move on to the next item. Thank you for your report there.
Do we need to accept those?
No, the attorney said that since we.
Yeah, just present it.
It goes right with it, unless there's some change.
I think the only thing we approve now is his financial statement.
Yeah.
That has to be official. And everything else is just a presentation.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to General Manager's report on business matters, water system improvement project phase 3A. And we have Bobby Tenney in the back, going to give us an update on 3A.
All right, we're not doing numbers today. The numbers aren't that impressive this time, so we're just gonna give you a verbal update.
Way to go.
They've gotten a lot done, but it just doesn't, when you're getting into tens of thousands of feet, a few hundred feet doesn't make that much of a difference.
Okay,
So for contract one in Northview, they finished the main line and the services on Pride Avenue and Gould Avenue from 20th to 24th. We've still got a couple outlying galvanized lines to be replaced. They started the main line that goes from, so they started the new main line on Golf Avenue. It goes from 20th Street, their compact store, to 24th. They're up to about St. James Church now. We added a new 2-inch line at the end of 18th Street. The city limits were at the end, before the end of 18th Street, and we had a cluster of about 6 meters that went to houses outside. Well, the city has extended the limit, so those houses are now in the city limits. So we moved that line up 18th and went up a paper alley to 16th. It was about 400 feet, and we moved all those meters up in front of the house.
Good.
So now you don't have all
So
that.
you don't have a cluster, you've got them at different.
And you don't
houses.
you're not responsible for that service line all the way from the meter to the house.
Sounds good, good idea.
It's a lot closer to the house. I don't know whose idea. Was that your idea?
It was mine.
Okay, that's good.
Give me credit for. The
Jason's
reason
idea.
it was cluster was there because city limits.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
And to get out, they needed to be there.
Yeah, but way back when those were put in, they put the meters right at the city limits and had to run it outside the city limits of homes.
Yes, you had a couple of them that had 150-foot
Service lines,
from the
yeah.
meter, yeah.
And now they're up at their house.
Now they're at their house, okay.
Good job.
Moving forward, when they're done on what I call the south side of Northview, so it's from Henderson Avenue back towards West Virginia Avenue.
Yeah.
When that section's done, which should be in a few weeks, they'll move to, Jason didn't know where Riverside was, Riverside
Wow.
section of,
I'm looking at Riverside Drive over here.
the Riverside section of Northview. And there's only a few streets over there. I think we have less than 100 services to do on that side. And then all their pipeline work will be done. They just have milling and paving, restoration. And we're still waiting to find out if we add a little line going down West Virginia Avenue, a little piece we want to extend, replace. So that's it for the Northview project. Contract 2 is Staley. They've completed just about all the meter service connections between the park and Staley Avenue going up to the pool. So all that, they've caught up on all that work. The directional bore above Ryder, they completed those service tie-ins, which now allows that old line to be taken out of service so we can quit getting the leaking valves reported. Hasn't happened yet, but it should be this week, if not next week. That'll eliminate the leaking valves. They've started on Milford Street, as you've seen. They're running a casing across one lane so we can, when we dig in the other lane, all we have to do is just shove the copper through that casing and get to the pit, and we won't have a splice in the middle of the road. This week, they're just working day shift on Milford. Next week, they're gonna work 24 hours a day, Monday to Thursday. Friday will just be a patch day for the trench, asphalt patch. That way they can leave the lane closed down. They don't have to, they can just keep working. They don't have to break down every day, set up, break down, set up.
Is the blacktopping on our dime or is it Department of Highways, Milford Street?
Milford Street is ours.
Yeah, that'll be ours.
Okay.
It's ours. Yeah, part of the contract. The mill,
That's a total overlay.
that's total, 2-inch curb to curb, mill and pave. And that will start next week from Milford Street back up towards Staley Avenue. Everything that hasn't been done yet, that's where they'll be next.
Great.
Got a little piece on Temple and Ryder that we didn't get finished because of that bore. Once it's done, they'll go over and hit the rest of it.
How's the pressure up there? Is it improved?
It's 40 pounds.
40 pounds.
40 pounds, I don't know.
I've got one guy up there that turned his pump off,
That's good.
that he had to use it before, but now he doesn't have to use it.
And once we get that line up, get it tested up Milford to Waverly, and we make that tie-in, of course, we'll have that little bit of extra feed going up there.
Golly, that's,
And killing the old line may help it too.
yeah.
Your
What
ranges.
we would expect is that it not necessarily increase, but it would stabilize more. We would have fewer dips in the pressure. So, you know, if the pressure was maximum at 40 in the past, that's the maximum it'll ever get.
Well, you got clean lines to it, no
Right.
Because
erosion.
of elevation.
Right.
No
So
real
it'll
lines.
stay there, but what we expect is those dips down to 20 and 10 should be less.
Your issue is you have a fire or something where they open a hydrant down
They're gonna
low.
lose water.
And they lose. I don't know that you'll ever correct that.
Yeah, it's gonna pull from the highest elevation, which is then. We had, the gentleman that actually bypasses his pump now. We set a pressure, recorder up there for what, about a week?
This is on John?
Yeah, it was on John Avenue. So what we seen up there is what went from 45 down to about 41.
Yeah.
It did not change more than 4 PSI in that 5 days.
That's without the.
And I think that's pretty good.
That's good.
That's
Unless we open a hydrant.
Unless they're contractors. The reason they're having problems up there is the contractors were having hydrants open all day.
Okay.
And that was killing them. That's why everybody lost water through the day.
Mhm.
So they have been told to cease and desist using the hydrants.
But we still have to flush. Sure. I
But
mean,
they don't have to line open.
yeah. But I think Dave, we talked about, we can isolate that area. We can isolate that area. If we do need to open a hydrant to flush down, we can isolate it now at Ryder and off of Temple, we can isolate that feed, so
Well-
it only will come up.
So
and
was
go.
It's an inconvenience, but we're gonna be
So
able to.
wasn't his, what wasn't his?
Well, again, we're improving the system, just think
Yeah.
about it.
There was a-
Yeah.
there was a-
How about the hydrants? And we're doing all the meters and all that stuff. How are we getting along with hydrants?
We're
And how the
replacing
hydrants all in
hydrants are as we go on the new line, the hydrants get
and they're
replaced.
connected?
No, we're not if it's an old line, obviously, we're not replacing the hydrant, but the new hydrant, someone had asked that today on Facebook. We're not deleting any. We may move them across the street to get on the short side of the main,
Right.
so we don't have to run all the way across the road with a
We're not
line.
eliminating it.
They will still be there, yeah, you're not eliminating any.
Okay.
Actually, we've added,
So we've
we
got-
added a few downtown.
We got Staley and Northview covered.
Yep, everything else is done.
Any more
Yeah.
questions? No questions? Well, thank you, Bobby, Tim, for the great.
Well, I did,
report.
about the, where that old line is on, right there by Ryder, where they did the digging,
Coolidge.
Coolidge, where they did a half job, with all those bricks.
Yes, yeah, he's been notified of that.
That's over at the extension of Coolidge going up.
Got the bricks sticking up.
All the
Seeing
bricks.
that?
Oh, in the paper alley, yeah, and I'd send them a message, I haven't been up there to see if they've corrected it.
Okay.
I do know they were made aware of that.
When you say paper
That-
alley, that's a paper, that's an alley that's listed but not open, right?
Yeah, not open. Coolidge at the end of Coolidge and then the alley off of Temple goes back.
Must have been a brick road at one time because when they went to restore it, now all the bricks are sticking up in the
These
grass.
are all brick roads at one time.
Yeah. Trust
It's all
me,
the red brick road.
we found it.
That's,
Yeah.
okay, we're finished. Anything else with him? Let's move on then. Thank you, Bobby. Let's go to 3B then.
3B update. What do you got?
3B, continuing the, design. I believe your staff is looking at contract 1 now at their leisure to get those done, so we're working on contract 2. As soon as we get to a point, to hand that over to your staff to look at those as well, then, we'll get that. So again, work is continuing diligently on that.
And follow up on that is, we established a meeting, staff meeting for that very thing is to, Tom did his review, Dave Burns is doing his review. They're gonna get together next week with Barnett Thursday. So we're hoping to get that to you maybe Friday.
Perfect.
All the markups and stuff.
Perfect. Thank
I
you.
know they had the questions already answered.
Yeah.
But the markups, they'll have, we're going to hand everything over to you at once, probably next Friday.
Sounds great.
I think that's.
I think-
Something else to add back on 3B. We've been, Simpson, for instance, we are not replacing every service. The ones that we weren't replacing, we're still visually looking at, we're potholing those to make sure that they're not.
And make sure.
That they're not lead. And we did find a couple that were marked as copper that were lead. So now we're trying to get a program set up where we can actually hook to them and get a reading. So going into the next phase, we can verify every one that we don't do.
Yeah, because our
Make sure they're
our
not
mission, main mission is to get rid of all that service lines.
That's another, he gets another star for that, gold star for Jason.
Sounds good. Well, you
There's
know,
two.
3B is still in the design phase. A lot of people just don't understand the logistics of all the engineering, all the parameters, everything has to be done.
Yep.
I mean, like we started the lead line removal, we had to do all kinds of testing. It took us, almost 2 years to get everything. Well, we didn't start because of EPA requirements, state requirements, and doing our homework
Yes.
before we break ground, so.
Yes.
So we have a method to our madness.
There is, and there is a lot of background work that has to occur before we ever get to the close of actual construction. We are in that knee deep in that process at the moment.
You know, we understand people's, frustrations and so on. We all get frustrated, but there's no alternative. Okay, thank you, Doug. Any questions of Doug? Any further ones? Okay, let's move on to our next item, which is the Second Street Pump Station.
We got some actionable items on phase 3A.
We want to go approve those bills now?
Yeah, we got payment requisition number 20.
Okay.
So that's what we presented by Broadway here from Region 6.
Okay, so requisition 20 had activity on contracts 1, 2, and 4. Twilight Thrasher had an invoice, and Region 6. Total requisition 20 was $2,526,557.70.
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
I second that.
Okay, it's a motion on the floor and been second, and it's 2,526,557.70. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right. Is there another invoice there?
Yes. Scroll out. Scroll on.
See that one?
There he is.
Are you going to present that or is it?
Yes. Yeah, I'll do that.
This one, second one?
Yeah, the second one. You ready for it?
Yeah, we're ready for it.
Okay.
This is reimbursement 18.
Yeah, for, oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, this is for the lead line replacement on the customer side. It's for 3 locations.
That's mid-state.
Yes, for
Yeah,
Mid-State Plumbing and Air, for
Yeah.
$15,100.
I'll make a motion that we approve reimbursement 18 mid-state to the amount of 50,100.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. We have all of the, in our writing, so people watching home thinks we just fly through this. We have all the documentation that's sent to us. Any questions on this? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Any other
Okay,
invoices?
Second Street Pump Station project update, Bob.
All right.
It's working
Hey,
fine.
guys, hey, we got a meeting going on here. Bobby?
It's working fine. I mean, we filled up every night, about 20 feet. And then, we try not to double pump during the day. So it's doing what we wanted it to do.
Any
The only thing
questions
I can
about?
add, only I can add to that is Brasher had a survey crew up there today to mark the corners. And we'll meet with the fencing company tomorrow to get the fence put back up there.
And how about the repair to the building and all that?
EFI Solutions is supposed to be following up with Bob with the time to come back and fix the damages.
Any questions, guys?
I don't approve, but, yeah, I'm sure it's just feet on that one, but it's just, they're right next door on that one from Midstate. So I was wondering, they should have been right next door, like $1,000 more. I was just curious. I don't see the individual,
Probably linear feet.
the linear fee, but,
All right,
Yep.
we're on to, on the Second Street Pump Project, we are finished with that subject right now. There's no more questions.
Yeah.
Let's move into the security enhancements.
Well, we need to take care of the actual items on the TTHM removal project. You have on there Wiggins Engineering Services.
We need to put in the OC pay requisitions. We need to,
Yeah.
the same language is there every week. We don't always have a pay requisition. But we
Right,
get it in the packet. Okay.
yes. Pay requisition number 3. Oh, I'm sorry, let me do the invoice first. Because we already paid them, and then I'll do yours, try to do it in order. So the invoice that we already paid, that I need your all's
Yeah.
blessing on, is invoice number WES-CWB-P2-001.
So moved.
And that was for $238,644.60.
So moved in the amount of
Smooth.
$238,644.60.
All right, there's a motion on the floor by Paul. Chad? We're just looking for,
I have those backwards in the packet. It's still the same.
second,
it's been moved and duly seconded. Now, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Are we
And you
done?
have pay requisition number 3, which is what Todd's going to present to you to get our money back.
So I got pay requisition 3, reimbursing the Clarksburg Water Board in the amount of $238,644.60, as well as 5 invoices for Region 6 in the amount of $3,754.04. Total requisition 3 is $242,398.64.
Want to repeat that amount?
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You have it, not repeat them.
Yeah. $242,398.64.
Okay, Paul, you make the motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the requisition in the amount of $242,398.64.
Okay, a motion on the floor.
second, that's
We have all the documentation in front of us. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Now we can go to the security project. We got more.
The security enhancement project, I just want to make sure, the only thing here, I know what we decided last time, I just want to make sure I have a clear picture of what you're all talking about. You all want the windows, the doors, all that kind of stuff, you all want it to be bid out. To do that, we need to decide if you want the guys to do that wall out there, which I think is our best option.
Well, if we can do it. I thought we agreed to that.
I want to make sure you're all good with the 2 windows and the door.
We want to see what it looks like, not just two. We want to see what it looks like.
Right.
So it matches the decor out there and looks nice.
Correct.
I approved to have them, yeah, I thought that was what.
That's what was in the motion. Just want to make sure we understand all that.
Yes.
That is us studying the wall up.
Yeah, we're just doing, just repeat that. The front door is out here. We're doing the door back into back.
Right.
We're
So we're down
doing-
this hallway, that's why we have to stud that wall up.
That's what I know about the hallway. That's one of our primary things, is that security wall.
Yeah.
Other than that, those are the three main
Okay, I
things.
just wanna make sure we're all on
Yeah,
the same
that's all we
page.
were. We
Okay.
weren't getting into putting bulletproof, bomb-proof walls and all that stuff.
Right, nothing, we're not gonna,
Not the financial.
we're not gonna do that yet.
Okay, it's something we have to do down the
We'll do
road
it next.
if we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you got it. I think everybody agrees that he understands that.
And I went back and listened to the recording, but it didn't come out that way, but I understood what you were all saying.
Okay.
I just wanna make sure we're on the
Yeah,
same page.
that's a good idea,
Yeah,
Jason.
I listened to it, I'm thinking, I just wanna clarify that.
Is there any more questions on that? Because this is still in the work period. I mean, we're
Yeah.
starting to move forward with it now. But we did agree that our employees, if they can put that wall in, we can save a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try to do as much in-house as we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions, guys?
Not to belabor the point, but that wall's gonna have more than just two windows in it, right? I mean, that's what is that, a 20-foot span, 26
It's a
feet?
huge wide.
Well, again, that was, Bob's drawing, we can, once we get it up.
That's why we want to
can
see a
look.
drawing.
It may be big windows.
Yep.
That stretches the whole, the whole spiel.
I mean, we can ruin the whole thing by putting smaller windows in. It looks like a
Right.
prison. We need to keep the decor of the room so it looks nice
Yeah.
when people come in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry, don't mean to intervene here.
go ahead.
Are you talking about looking at it after you get the studs up, or are you talking about
No,
looking at it in the
before.
drawing?
No,
Yeah, and the drawing.
beforehand.
Were you understanding that?
We can, we can draw it up.
What Doug's telling you is you put a wall up and you're gonna cut all these studs out to put windows in.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
There's no
you guys
reason to
want to
do
see a
that.
drawing first, correctly?
We want to get an idea what it would look like.
Okay.
I'd hate to, of course, walk in and say, oh my God, it looks like you're walking into a,
Yeah.
prison, peeking through these little windows or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and that'll help Zach, once we draw it up and they say, okay, we can go ahead and get a deal.
And it doesn't have to be an exact perfect thing. I
No.
mean, we just need a kind of a representative thing,
Little-
a sketch of
little
what it's.
conceptual.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Conception, okay.
Yeah.
You got you know what you want to do. All right, let's move on to the loan report interconnection.
There's no update.
Nothing on it.
What's going on with the project on Howard Run, off Crooked Run where the pump station is? What's the status of that?
The pump station actually was delivered this week. They're actually putting it in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was?
It was delivered?
I drove by there, there's nothing on the ground.
They're up there working. It's supposed to come this week.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, it hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he also will go out there.
It's supposed to be there. They were out there yesterday, had a roadblock. I thought they were going to deliver it yesterday.
14 to 16 weeks away from getting an antenna.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when that gets put in, they're gonna have to valve the lines there.
They're valved.
They valve down?
I'll send you a picture,
Okay.
but there's no pump up there. This is from yesterday, I'll send it to you.
I knew they had the roadblocks. I went
They're
there yesterday.
expanding, widening the road there also, from the Great Run side on up.
Oh, they're widening the
They're
road?
widening the road, so that's a lot of stuff going on up there.
Okay.
There's a big oil and gas project over the hill there too. I'm sure you've seen.
Oh,
it.
geez. A lot of stuff going on right down there.
Yeah. All right, let's
And the reason we got to valve it is just what Bob says, because the antenna's got several weeks lead time before it gets in there. That pump station cannot be operational until SCADA is able to be connected from here to, from the plant back to the station.
Well, we can still
So
put
we're
it in,
still
you
gonna
just
have to-
can't operate it,
Right,
right?
we're still gonna be running off the old station
Yes.
until the antenna and the SCADA's hooked up.
All right. Any further questions? All right, let's move into the expansion project. Is there anything to report there?
I don't think there's any update unless you have an update on the plant expansion project.
Oh, yeah, remember last time we were here, I gave the quick and dirty.
Yeah.
You guys asked about, okay, going ahead and doing that full project to do the, you had approved the task order, I think it's number 13 back in the fall, to actually do that work, and we put that on hold until we just kind of did this skim. So that's already been through for 28,000. I'm okay with that number. If you guys are still okay with that number, then we'll go ahead and start the planning to come up and do the actual treatment plant process for each of those modules and go through with that. But we had put that on hold until we had a chance to look at all these books and dig in.
Well, because you had to go to Gannett, Fleming stuff and all
Right.
that. Yeah. Okay,
So
then
if you're okay with it, it's already been approved and I had put it on hold.
I'm
until
okay
we
with
did
that.
this.
you've got the consensus here. We're okay with that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's move on to the building service agreements with the sanitary board. I see they've had a rate increase, right?
Yes, we just want to get that out there. This is step 5 of their 5-step rate increase. We wanted to let our customers know they won't really see the impact until next month Because this month is gonna be what's called a blended rate, but you still have some days of the old rate.
Again, we're talking, folks, about sewage rate.
This is the sewage, this is the sanitary board. We are required by charter to bill
Collect the money.
for them and collect the money for them. It's in the charter that way.
Yes, it is.
So this is the fifth step. So when, they're not gonna really see the full effect until their August bill. So when they get their bill here, their next bill is gonna be a blended rate, which is, some service dates with the old rate and some service dates with the new rate. So they're gonna see a little increase this month, but they're gonna see the full effect in next month's billing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Just to explain, we have people watching. I always like to, I know I talk a lot, but I like to explain in simple terms. We, by charter, have to collect the bills for the sanitary board. That's because it's based on the amount of water somebody uses. It has no relationship to our rate or their rates. They're not interconnected. If we raise our rate, the sewage rate doesn't go up. If they raise theirs, we don't raise our rates. Rate has nothing to do with these two bills. That's one thing. Secondly is, since it's based on the volume of water, and we have that information, it's much more economical for us to do the billing. They have to pay us because it's a cost to us, which they pay.
Right.
And that's why we do it. They see it on the bill. It's Clarksburg Water Board. Trouble is, that money doesn't all go to the Clarksburg Water Board. Only a smaller portion goes to the water. The bigger part goes to the sewage, right?
That's correct.
Is that kind of like in a nutshell?
It's about 60% of the total bill is sanitary.
So we need to emphasize that because people see the rates go up and it comes out on Clarksburg Water, we get all the grief.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't in the charter.
Okay? And that's it, folks. All right.
I think most people understand it.
Yeah, most people with some intelligence will read it. They can see the bill. But it's easy. They just look past that, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we will have it worded right that shows the separation,
Yeah, we're working
and
on
I think
that.
you're working on that. Okay, anything else on that,
Do we
guys?
have numbers on that?
Yes, we do. Jason, he's worked several days on this and he prepared this yesterday. I think it's a pretty reader
You're
friendly.
You're talking about the fees we charge?
Yes, if you look on here, it's reader friendly and it's pretty self-explanatory.
Excuse me, Jason, what page are you on?
This would be 95.
Thank you.
Let's see, mine went off.
Someone here.
Yeah,
Good.
I'll look at Jason's.
There it is.
You went off the email? It was just added today.
Okay, yeah, okay, I didn't get to see it, I was working.
Yeah, it was added today. It's on the.
I'm coming down to it. I read the last
So I
night.
missed it. I think it is.
Here it is.
This is just added,
Yeah, some of the stuff that just came in today is had to be uploaded.
so where are we
Out
now?
there.
We are about $1.33 is what we're charging right now.
And what are we proposing?
$1.70.
$1.70.
That's
We're not
because
really-
of,
We're calculating that. That's not a proposal.
No, that's the calculation.
That's calculation.
Yes.
Yeah, those are going through.
and that's with the
Nice.
new postage increase that's coming up for this coming month?
What's that?
The new postage increase that will be implemented here?
Yes.
Yes.
Going to 82 cents.
Yes, so I think it's this weekend.
So what was our old number?
133.
133.
Yes.
33, and we're talking about.
And that was based off of 2012?
That was when they did that.
When was our last increase?
Our last increase was agreed upon, I think, in 2010,
It's in here.
and it went
How much-
into,
how much
and
revenue?
it went into, and then I think they had two steps to it.
Went into effect 2012.
Was it
2011.
Okay, 2011, 2012, I think, because it was done before I came in.
It was two steps, then it went in
Yeah.
July 1, 2012.
That's not,
Increased
that's not included.
to
in the new
$112,000.
Because it took effect before I came in here, because
How
well,
about-
yeah.
how about
and
for
then,
customers?
So it's 14.
based when I looked at it,
For
it was,
everybody.
This is what I want to ask you. So
Oh,
14 years have gone by.
okay, so I'm parking cars first.
And that cost you, you're confident that's a lot?
that's awesome. Because what I do is, I'm basing off the amount of work,
How much is it?
You're not basing it off of
Service
cost.
yes, I'm basing off the cost of, what it costs for us to have two customer service people out there. What it cost us for the mailings, mailing the bills, which the way I did that is we have 8,000, it's not 50-50 split in all reality.
150.
So what I did was I took our customers and out of all the bills that we send, 94% of the bills
are sewer related.
Right.
So I took 94 of that percent, that's of the bills that's being sent, the cost of those bills, and then I divided it by 2 because that's 50-50 split, and that's the way I did all the costs. So all the costs that came down, I added together, I added each of them up, took 94% of each of those things, and then I split it by 2, which came out to be a 50-50 split for those customers.
It's only reasonable. It sounds fair. Anyway.
Yes.
At least on first time going through it sounds.
And another thing this is kudos to the staff even before I came on. Back in 2012, this is when we used to do all the billing here in-house.
Yep.
We've outsourced that, which we saved money, not only for us, but for the sanitary board as well.
Sanitary board, yes.
And we also have that lockbox in Charleston, which also reduced our staff cost here in the office.
Yes.
So because of that, this would have been much more after.
If we hadn't done our
14 years.
homework, it would have been a lot
Right.
more expensive.
So we not only saved
Right.
our customers, but we also saved the sanitary customers as well. So it was a win-win. So we feel pretty confident that this increase covers everything.
And this is just, again, if we say postage increases here in the next 3 years, again, we can revisit this and then adjust it accordingly.
Yes, and this is something we need to work with our general counsel on. With this agreement, there was no expiration date on it.
Well, the thing is, the postage has gone up several times since
Yeah,
2012,
it keeps on going up.
and we've absorbed the cost.
Yeah.
Right. And we've modified our way we build to save money too.
Yes,
Yes.
we've done everything to save them money, save us money. I mean, we've done our due diligence and homework.
And I know from looking at it from outside looking in, all these years we didn't, but gotta realize we are running more efficiently now, outsource things, which saves everybody.
Well, we run a very
Both
tight
sides.
budget. We don't
Yeah.
have a lot of latitude.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to the printers and things, like about every 3 months, we got to spend about $2,500 on that big printer back there. When we did do the billing, we had to spend about $2,500 for a maintenance kit to replace everything, and then you're looking at probably $1,000 a month in ink cartridges, and then for the bills when we
Well, that's when we did it.
yes, when we did everything. So back then,
Huge
It-
production.
we reduced the production of everything, but instead of doing it here, where all that extra cost, we don't have that extra cost anymore.
We understand that.
And that's the reason why it's actually, it's not going up a whole lot in product, what the price is. It's just, if we didn't do that, we'd probably be looking at $3 or $4 per customer.
Do we have an agreement that we need to set up with them, or is that something?
Yeah, your agreement, you look down in here.
Here's a copy of it. Here.
It's not a contract.
No, it's just a letter.
Here's
This is a letter from
here's the agreement.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so
That's a new agreement?
Needs to be cleaned up.
It's 1986.
That's what I'm asking. Do we have an agreement to send to them to approve?
No.
Okay,
No.
we need to get. on
It's
that.
all been done.
That's what I said. He's got it.
I do think that maybe a good first step is to have Jason and you sit down with Kim over
Sure.
this. She's very fair.
Oh, more than happy.
Really capable.
Yeah.
If you can explain your arithmetic to her, this is gonna go just fine.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Just like we do when we had rate increases with our resale customers. We always sat down, justified it, had a conversation. That's what we'll do with them. You just need to justify it.
Yeah.
And let them respond.
She's gonna check your math.
On
Yeah.
The original's 1986, and then they just submitted letters, but I want a whole new agreement
Yes, sir. I
with a
think,
term.
yes, sir. I think once the numbers are set, we can easily produce an agreement. And the PSC says these inter-utility contracts are subject to their approval.
Here's an agreement. I read it.
There's a tail to this,
I'm asking for a new one.
Yes, and you
I
can't
read-
implement
we need-
it until the PSC approves.
We need one page, yeah. We don't need-
So they
It's
said-
all that.
We'll work
need
through it.
just a letter.
What term do you all want to set? I think 5 years is probably.
Well, things change pretty quickly. I mean, like you mentioned, Bill, postage can change in a couple of years.
I would say at least 5 years. I wouldn't.
Yeah, we can always readdress it, obviously. 3 to 5.
I say 3 years,
Does that feel locked in like
3,
At least,
that?
at least
Just be
3.
open-ended.
3 years. Well, okay, I
It could
did.
just be open-ended.
Let's
we
just,
have to set a
let's
term?
open-ended. Yeah, that's, I'm even better with
Let's
that.
don't even set a term at all.
So then we'll recite that this will be reviewed by the parties. from
Yeah, as
time
long
to
as
time.
we
From time to time, that's right, because situations change.
Yes, sir.
Much more flexible way.
Thank
Okay, that's it. Thank you a lot. Okay, guys, any more questions on this? Because we're not voting on this today.
Yeah, we need a vote. If you're good with that price, that's what we'll run with.
I'll make a motion to
Oh,
approve.
okay,
the,
so we are going to vote on that price. Okay, all right.
On the price, I second that on the price.
Okay, that's going up to $1.70 is what it was. All right. All right, we've got a motion on the floor. We've had a lot of little discussions, side discussions and everything in the world here. Let's vote on it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, guys.
And just, if you look back through history, that price is not negotiable. That is the set price, because it looks like here, the last price that was submitted to them, they didn't agree with it, and then they, yeah. Now, if you look back through
They
these
just said
letters,
they'll do it the next year because it wasn't in the rate, right?
Yeah, because they had to do with their.
see, they did it as a lump. They did it as a lump sum.
Okay, we do
We're
that.
entitled to recover our costs.
Yeah.
We can help them with cash flow.
Yeah.
Timing issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point there, Mr. Tim. If there is an issue, like he says, we can do some adjustments. Okay, anything else, guys?
They agreed to 112,000. It was proposed.
Let's go into, we're down to the end of our meeting. Going around the room, get reports or anything else we have?
There's only two managers. Bob, you have anything?
I'm good.
Well, you need to tell them about what your guys did over at the park today.
Oh, I guess it was over 4-H, I thought was the deal.
4-H?
Yeah, something to do with 4-H. They went over and, taught the kids from, I think it was kindergarten to 6th grade or something about water treatment, so.
Great.
Yep, Papa made an appearance.
Oh, yeah, he was good.
Who was the awkward?
Starter.
Well, Carter would be great. Okay, Bobby, anything else? You
Yeah,
guys,
I want-
Doug?
Bob, we did a tour of the plant last week with
Oh, yeah.
our 30-some interns we had for the
Nice.
summer. And
Yeah.
Kevin and Ricky, under Bob's direction, he didn't get a star, they did it. So they did a really good job. We actually went to the airport first and talked about supplying water out to those tanks out there, and it kind of tied right in because we came here next and we showed them the river, and then
Nice.
they got the drink from the tap in the lab.
We should add some publicity on that.
So we could.
What do you think of it?
Hey, that was cool. Yeah, it made what it went from to, yes,
Impressive, really.
impressive what you can make out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were anxious to drink it.
Jason, anything else?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, we're good.
Nothing.
Other than working on financials now, and that, of course, like I said, normally I won't have Gene's financials until probably August, September, so I'm working tirelessly on those.
Jay, or Chad, anything else you want to say?
No, everything's looking good with the paving and Paul, no.
Okay, are we going to have an executive session?
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right, that concludes our regular meeting, and we're going to go into an executive session. Would somebody make a motion?
That would be under subsection 12, attorney-client privilege. We're discussing the pending litigation
Right here it is.
with the city.
I'll make a motion, to go to an executive session under West Virginia Code 6-9A-412, attorney-client privilege.
Second.
Motion on the floor and seconded. No discussion on that. All in favor, say aye. Aye. People be present will be our manager, our attorney, and our board. Right?
Correct.
Thank you, people, for coming. All right.
See the